Ebola poses a serious threat to international peace and security, and it will require an unprecedented plan to address the epidemic. That stark assessment comes from the United Nations Security Council. It's calling on member states to dramatically beef up assistance to battle the outbreak. CCTV's Li Tan reports now from the UN.
Ebola cases are doubling every 3 weeks, and the international response remains wholly inadequate. That's the message from key leaders of the Ebola response during an emergency meeting at the United Nations Security Council. And the status report from a health worker in the Liberian capital of Monrovia, where the epidemic is raging, was grim.
We are trying to treat as many as we can, but there are not nearly enough treatment centers and beds. We have to turn people away, and they are dying at our front gate.
In its strongest action so far, the Council has adopted a resolution that recognizes the threat Ebola poses to international peace and security. It also appeals to airlines and shipping companies to resume services as restrictions have hampered international assistance. The resolution was co-sponsored by more than 130 countries in a show of solidarity and support for a coordinated effort. The Security Council is tasked to deal with threats to international peace and security, and that usually means wars and conflicts. But now it appears the Ebola crisis is so unprecedented that the Council is taking on the fight. And this is only the second health crisis that the Council has dealt with in its history after the AIDS epidemic. The UN Special Envoy for Ebola says the level of response needs to be about 20 times greater than it is currently.
The fact that the US, UK, China, and Cuba and other countries are using a variety of assets, including the military assets, speaks to the complexity of the challenge. This surge of support could help turn things around for the roughly 22 million people in the hardest hit countries whose lives and societies have been shattered.
In another move to raise ahead of the outbreak, the UN Secretary-General says he will appoint a special envoy to head the UN Mission for Ebola Emergency Response, or UNMEER, based in the region. It will focus on 5 priorities: stopping the outbreak, treating the infected, ensuring essential services are available, preserving stability in the affected countries, and preventing further outbreaks. Li Tan, CCTV, New York.